Razor Sharp Studios. It's time for the Bigdog AC Show. Bigdog AC Show. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, and all that stuff.
Happy New Year. Yes, we weren't here for Christmas, so Merry Christmas, everybody.
Everybody had a good Christmas, I hope. I did. I was really quiet and laid back.
It was nice.
Yes.
We had our prime rib.
Yes, we did.
Like, I had to have prime rib, so we weren't going to cook it. We were going to try to go somewhere and eat it. And then we're like, we went to the store really quick.
Yeah, and we cooked it anyways.
I think 8 o'clock we ate because it was last minute, but it was really good.
Yeah.
And then we had leftovers for the next day. So it was pretty good.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
We had a good Christmas. Hope everybody had a good Christmas. And we had snow.
We had snow
here
we did.
Yeah.
In Oregon, which was apparently out of the norm for the area we're at.
Right.
But, for us, this is our first one. So we're like, hey, it snows here.
It was crazy.
Yes. Christmas Day night. So not Christmas Eve, but Christmas Day. And then that evening is when it started snowing. And we ran outside like we were crazy. Like, oh, this is great. And it kind of like melted right away.
Yeah.
Little did we know.
Even the rock and roll kitty was like, what the hell is that
she
shit?
Did not know what was going on. So it's cold and there's weird shit falling from the sky.
Yeah.
Little do we know that the next day it'd be fucking like 3 inches of snow.
It just covered
everything would be
everything.
white.
Yeah.
Yes. So then the next 2-3 days, like it was crazy.
You had a good time.
It
was awesome.
Yeah, it's barely melting off now. So that was pretty nice. Our first winter here.
Yes.
And Kitty's rubbing my microphone. But our first winter here, and it snowed. So our first summer here, it got to be 100 degrees, which is also out of the norm.
And that's what they said. Yeah, it's never like that around here.
So apparently this year, since we've been here, has just been fucking insane.
Craziness. So we were planning on your folks coming up for Christmas. They didn't make it.
They did not make it.
We'll see them soon.
But I did get to go to the DMV. I was supposed to pick them up at the airport.
That's Christmassy.
They didn't show up. So I went to the DMV, and this benefit of living in a small town that it took me literally 5 minutes to go in and out of the DMV.
If you go to a California DMV, you're going to be in there like forever.
Yes, and I didn't have an appointment. I just showed up.
Yeah.
And it was like boom, 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 done. Like, wow, this was time well spent. We'll say, because it was so nice. And then so the holiday season has been pretty awesome. It's
been pretty cool. Happy holidays. We appreciate you listening, and thank you to Barsidius. The beer 30 of the night is something that's just like, wow, when you drink it.
It's chocolate Casanova.
Yes.
I will read the description.
Okay.
It is a food of the gods. Its aphrodisiac properties will sweeten the mood. Its medicinal properties will cheer up even the most melancholy. Who knows, you may even get a little randy, anxious for the purported aphrodisiac to kick into gear. There's a reason it's a stout. So it is definitely a stout. Oh,
yes,
and they got the silver medal.
Yes.
At the Oregon Beer Awards for this one. And it's chocolatey. It tastes really good. It's let me see it's 7.6%.
Whoa!
So it's pretty dark, but you can tell that there's chocolate in there. And you can also tell that that's why they use this in their brownies.
Oh yeah.
Over there, and we've had their brownies before that are made with this chocolate Casanova.
Pretty good stuff.
Very good.
Appreciate Barsidius stepping up and being a sponsor of the show. I hope everybody had a great Christmas. New Year's is coming.
Yep.
We have resolutions coming up. I still have my top 5 drummers. That's coming.
Of the 80s. You did the 5 to 10, or the 6 to 10. Now you're going to do the top 5.
Yes, I am. New Year's resolutions. We're going to try to get snacks on the phone, and we have a movie review.
Yes, I did. I watched a movie, and I will say that it was pretty interesting.
Pretty good?
I'm going to say yes. It was
good?
It was pretty good.
Interesting and good. What do you
think? It was pretty good. Yes, it was pretty good.
All right, stick around for that. Bigdog AC Show. Thanks for listening, and happy fucking New Year.
Thanks to Barsidius Brewing Company for sponsoring Beer 30 on the Bigdog and AC Show. If you're in Lebanon, Oregon, stop by Barsidius.
Bigdog AC Show. Thank you for listening. We appreciate it. AC's trying to drink her beer.
I'm trying to drink it.
And talk at the same time. So
I can't do it.
Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. Hope
Merry
you had a good Christmas. Everything was mellow here.
Yeah, we had a nice Christmas.
Yeah, we did. Everything was kind of cool. Had gifts and everything. You know, it's been a good year. Good end of the year. Now we're looking forward to a new year. Mm-hmm. The show is going to go totally different. You know,
we're going to redo some things.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we're going to try to do the Patreon. We're going to try to set that up.
Trying to do that because we want to do other stuff that, you know, is a little bit darker side of the show that we don't
edgier.
do. Yeah, a little edgier. Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll talk about politics on that one.
Yes.
But we're also going to talk about other stuff. But, you know, more, how can you say it? Like more opinionated.
Yeah,
how can we be more opinionated than now?
I think the Patreon's going to be more opinionated. I mean, if you want to hear the Big Dog AC show go a little bit in another direction, we'll go a lot in another direction. Then once we set that up, check it out. I think it'll be fun. Yeah.
Oh, but for right now, though, Facebook has a new podcast tab. So on your mobile, so not on the desktop or anything. There's a podcast tab. So now we are on that. So if you subscribe to us on there, you will get alerts of when we have new shows and stuff. So check that out. That's on Facebook.
And we're planning to do a show every week, like in the next year.
We're going to do every
week. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whether we want to or not. No.
Yep. Yeah. We're going to do it anyway.
No, we're going to do it.
Whether we're arguing or not, we're going to do a show.
We know you guys just want to hear us, and it's just not right that we wait sometimes 2 weeks before we do a show.
Yeah.
This time, though, it was Christmas. So New Year's coming up. New Year, we're going to start, you know, everything's going to be different with the Big Dog and AC and Bigdog show.
That's right. That's what we're going to call it. Yeah.
We're going to redo all the merch.
Now, if you listen to the last show, I did my top 10 drummers, and I got through 10 through 6 drummers.
Okay.
And I got 5 more to go.
Yes.
Now, there's a lot of drummers that are not on this list because I'm talking more like the 80s bands, you know, the bands coming out of Hollywood kind of sounding bands, and so I had to pick some. It was hard because there's a lot of drummers that are killer, you know.
Yep.
Back in that day, I mean, you know, Poison's drummer, awesome drummer, no doubt about it. So my other 5, which will be my top 5 of those bands, Scott Rockenfield from Queensryche.
Okay.
Awesome drummer, no doubt about that. Killer drummer. Operation Mindcrime, one of my favorite records. Rage for Order. I mean, he's awesome in that. So, awesome band, awesome drummer, no doubt about it. Kiss had Eric Carr in their band. No relation to Derek Carr or David Carr, you know, the football players.
Yeah.
Maybe they wish they were, but yeah. But yeah, Eric Carr, tragically, he passed away from cancer, but killer drummer. I mean,
was he the first drummer?
No. They had Peter Criss, first drummer.
Oh, that was first.
And they had Eric Carr, awesome drummer, no doubt about it. And I grew up on the Kiss, you know, and you know, Peter Criss and Ace Frehley and all that. So Eric Carr, killer drummer, no doubt about it. I'd have to say, and everybody thinks this is going to be my number 1, but it's really not my number 1. Alex Van Halen. And I know he was like a 70s, you know, Van Halen came out in 78, 79, 80, whatever. Alex Van Halen, killer, awesome drummer, no doubt about that. Seeing him live was like, he was a badass. There's no doubt about that. My next drummer is probably going to throw some people off a little bit. Blas Ellis from Slaughter.
That is a surprise.
I mean, he's a badass. He's amazing. I mean, just, you know, amazing. There's a lot of there's a lot of drummers that I'm not naming that are you know, up there and you know, great drummers.
Yeah, there's a lot from the 80s, and you had to like narrow your selection down.
Narrow them down, but Blas Ellis is just a badass dude. My number 1 drummer.
I think we're gonna know.
My number 1 drummer out of 80s bands, I'd have to say, it's Tommy Lee.
No, really?
Yeah, I'd have to say it's Tommy Lee. I mean, just a badass, amazing. Motley Crue wouldn't have sounded like they sounded in the early days without him, and the later days. So I'd have to say my number one top 10 drummer of the 80s would have to be Tommy Lee.
Now, I heard why he was so good is because he had that third drumstick to hit the bass drum, maybe, or snare or something. Is that true?
You got to stay out of the gutter, AC. Get out of the gutter. You know what?
Oh, please. I'm sure Motley Crue,
Yeah,
they were plenty in the gutter.
He's just a great drummer, no doubt about it. Tommy Aldridge, who was with Ozzy, and also Whitesnake, killer drummers. There's so many of them. I had to pick a couple there. So yeah.
Well, no doubt, like you say, no doubt about it.
No doubt
Tommy Lee is a very talented drummer.
Awesome,
for sure.
Really good. I mean, if you've seen Motley Crue live, you know what I'm talking about.
Well, yeah, because even without all the fucking craziness, debauchery Motley Crue is, he's talented. They're talented musicians. Like Nikki Sixx, I was like, okay, yeah, he plays bass, but you don't really focus on him that much. No. But then when he's in other bands, he's really fucking good.
Yeah. And
Mick Mars, of course, is really good too.
Yeah, I mean, he has his own style and his own tone and all that. But and I think I had him in my top 10 guitar players too.
Probably. So probably.
So Tommy Lee, number one drummer.
Yeah.
I mean, Neil Peart from Rush. I mean, that's not really that genre of music. Mm-hmm. Awesome drummer. I've seen him. It's just killer, man. So
yeah.
So
Tommy
Lee's the guy.
Number one, big schlong.
Yeah. AC just cares about the schlong.
Well, he does, right? Wasn't that the thing with him and Pam Anderson on their video?
I wasn't looking at the schlong.
How can you not? Sometimes isn't he back there with just like his G-string on or something? I mean, like half naked. He's half naked.
Well, there's a new movie coming out too, I guess, soon. Tommy Lee and Pam Anderson thing. So
yeah.
That should be pretty crazy.
That will be interesting to watch too, because Dirt, when we watched that one, that also showed a different side of Tommy Lee as far as like he was in marching band. Yeah. So I can relate to that. Yeah. You kind of learn fundamentals and stuff. So he fucking knew some of that shit, like really knew.
Yeah, he did.
When he was in Motley Crue. I mean, before he was in Motley Crue. Yeah. So it was like, it was really crazy. Like, he was in marching band. Oh, my God.
Well, many years ago in radio, I had a chance to interview Tommy. I think it was a Generation Swine tour or something. And, I didn't want to touch on that sexual part of his whole deal. So I was talking gear, songs, how do you write music and all this shit. And he appreciated it. He said, thank you, Wasn't that around the time when the video came out, or was that after? I think it was a little bit after when that video of Pam and him came out. So, hey, more power to him, man. Pam Anderson's beautiful. What do you do? Yeah, there's plenty of them that have a video. The number one rock girl, the number one rock guy. That's it, Hey, do you think the next thing is a Bigdog and AC sex tape out They don't want to see that. They don't want to see that. No, nobody wants to see that. No, we're good. Hey, YouTube though. You never know. I was actually talking to an IT guy today about how to speed up the computer and get stuff more so we can do video. And he was telling me how to do it. So maybe I don't think in the next year there'll be some video of the Bigdog AC Show. Yeah, not the sex tape video. No, just regular video. AC, do you have any New Year's resolutions? Oh my gosh, we're switching. Next topic. Yeah. That's very I had to get off the sex. That's very to get off the sex. Yeah. Hey, well, I'm always willing to talk about sex and stuff. So. Yeah, I know. Yeah. New Year's yes, I do. What do you got? I would like to lose about 40 pounds. Okay. And get healthier, get more in shape, just feel more comfortable in my body. Right. Although I talk about sex all the time, but still, sometimes you're not, Anyways, so yeah, I want to do that. Right. So that's going to be next week. Right now, between Christmas and New Year's, I'm just eating everything that's there. What's a fucking diet on that shit? But I think it's every year, though. I think every year holidays come, you just cookies and whatever, Oh, yeah. Well, stuff. I mean, that's the time to like splurge and have all this good food, all the prime rib and all the we did potatoes and all the stuff. So yeah, I want to do that for sure. This time, and maybe if I talk about it a lot, I'll be held more accountable. I don't know. I might have even talked about it last year, but
That's something I really, really am trying to focus on because now that I'm getting older, it gets harder to lose the weight. And
It is.
to be in shape. So, trying to stay in shape to just be in shape. So, trying to do that. And then also we had talked about, keeping negative people.
Yeah, I think it's kind of both of our resolutions, getting away from negative people.
Yeah.
Don't go to the Patreon because
I know we're going to be very negative.
It's not negative. It's just opinionated. So
yeah.
You got people negative, like, like if you're going somewhere and you're in line and people are bitching and complaining because it's taking longer than usual. The working flow is just not like it used to be. So you got to be patient. I'd like to move away from that negativity, just walk somewhere else,
Yeah, because we were out somewhere today.
Yes.
And somebody around us was just bitching about everything. And it's like, really?
Right.
First of all, we don't even know you.
No.
And you're talking all this shit about stuff. But it's like you say that you're supportive of the place that we were at. Right. And then they're just talking shit. And it's like,
it was crazy.
Oh, that's just so. Why don't you just say happy things? I don't know.
I'm all, hey, give her a card. You're all, I'm not giving her shit. I'm not giving her nothing. So,
so it's just like, you don't have to be that way. So I'm going to try not to be that way also.
Right.
Don't be around those people, but also don't be that person.
Right.
And just try to have a more positive outlook. So,
and we're going to try to drink more beer. And do more shows.
We're in.
If we can do it. Yeah.
New Year's resolution: do a show every weekend.
Yeah, every weekend. Yeah.
Don't not do it because we're too drunk.
No. So you watched a movie.
I did watch a movie.
Yeah, you did.
And it was actually pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it was. So do you have any more resolutions though before we move on to that?
You know what? I don't know. I think that's pretty much it. I just want to be around positive people. I would like to be able to remember more of my rock and roll stuff that I did because sometimes I don't because there's so much of it. I mean, where do you start?
Yeah.
I don't know. Would you have anything else? Maybe reconcile with your sister for New Year's and talk to her a little bit.
Hey, that's not fully up to me.
Yeah,
so,
I know. But, it's something you want to do. Yeah.
I don't know. Why do you bring that up?
Because it's a podcast and that's what we talk about. So.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, I don't know. It would be nice. Oh, another thing, though, I would like to get my parents up here.
That's a resolution.
So that's a resolution to push them to get up here.
Fucking luck.
I know.
Damn.
Well, we're getting close. So,
yeah,
I'd like them to be closer. So my resolution would be to push them and force them to be closer to me.
Perfect. I'm sure your mother is looking forward for you pushing her.
Yes, she loves it.
Yeah, she does.
I don't know. Maybe we'll get another animal.
I don't know.
So, but no, those are the main ones I think. So if anybody else has any resolutions though that they want to share,
how about New Year's resolutions? More people sharing the show.
That would be good.
Listening to the Bigdog AC Show.
Everyone who listens, resolutions, share us with friends and family. Write to us. Email us, interact on social media. We have some good stuff on TikTok.
We do.
So if you want to see the snow, though, I posted the snow.
Unbelievable. I couldn't believe that, how much snow we got. It was like, what?
I know, because everyone was telling us, oh, no, it doesn't really snow that much. And then we were talking to somebody. We're like, yeah, I thought you said it didn't snow. They're like, well, this is very different.
Yeah, a lot different.
So, but I mean, I like it.
Yeah.
I don't have to drive anywhere, so I just basically sit
here,
and look out the window. So it's nice.
Yeah. Here we go, Bigdog AC Show. We appreciate you listening. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, and all the shit that comes along with it.
Yes.
Yep. We're gonna take the tree out pretty soon. Tree's turning a little brown.
Yeah, we were gonna do that, and then I like having it in there in the house because then you smell it. It just smells so nice. I'm thinking of just getting another little small one, so I smell it all the time.
Of course, she is. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But the other stuff. Oh, we had to take down the inflatables.
Oh man, when it started snowing, it was fucking them up.
Oh my God, when it would snow, and I would. Oh, actually, even before it started snowing, it would be so cold, and then everything would be all wet from the rain. And I would go out there, and you guys shake them out, right?
Yeah.
To get them to blow up after the rain and stuff. My hands would be frozen.
It was
be all red.
fucking amazing.
It's like when you see these movies we'll say like the Hallmark movies
Yeah.
where these people go outside just to grab the newspaper in their pajamas or something when it's snowing, and then they get locked outside. You would freeze your fucking ass off.
It's fucking cold.
That is what I have realized, that all that is a bunch of shit, because you would freeze.
Yeah,
You can't go outside. I would try to go outside like
those
to be the
Hallmark movies are a joke because
Well,
it's not real.
It's not real. I like watching them Christmas time because of the decoration, because I'm like, oh, that's amazing. I love all that. It looks really nice. But realistically, if it's snow on the ground like they keep pretending like it is, you're not walking out there.
Oh, hell no.
Not even for 5 minutes
It's cold.
in your pajamas.
Yeah.
Because I walked out to feed the cat, the cat that's outside, and I
Black.
didn't have a jacket on.
Yeah.
It's fucking freezing.
Yeah, it is.
You cannot spend any amount of time outside without
you
a
gotta,
jacket.
You got to get your ass back in the house. Yeah.
We are not used to it.
No, we're not. No.
But I really like looking at it, and I call my mom like, oh, it's snowing. If you guys were here, you'd be stuck. You'd be snowed in with us.
Yep. And we got to listen to your dad. Like, when are we going home?
I know.
What's going on?
Or you go out there. Oh, it's cold. Yeah, it's snowing out there. It's cold.
Yeah, it is.
2022.
2022 coming up. Bigdog AC Show movie review.
It's AC's movie review!
As I always say, I never, ever get tired of my movie intro. Maybe, I don't know, we gotta make it bigger for 2022.
What are you talking about? Fireworks and shit? Yeah.
Cannons and car crashes and explosions and stuff. And
Okay. That's what we're going to do.
that's what we're gonna do for 2022. There's another resolution right
That's
there.
it. Make her intro bigger.
Bigger, because I need bigger.
Bigger.
Yes.
Massive.
Yes.
Huge.
Throbbing.
Throbbing. Veined up
Are we still
bigness.
Are we still talking about my movie review?
Tommy Lee's dick. What
Yeah,
are we
oh my,
talking about?
I don't even want to know. No, that thing's probably like, looks like a blown up cannon.
Yeah. Oh,
Who knows?
40 years of rock and roll, man.
Oh,
Come
my-
on.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well here's my movie review, right?
Here it is.
So this movie is called Incident in a Ghostland. And it was on Netflix from 2018. I thought it was new, but apparently not. So, IMDb page. A mother of two who inherits a house is confronted with murderous intruders on the first night in their new home and fights for her daughter's lives. 16 years later, when the daughters reunite at the house, things get really strange. Ooh. Does that sound intriguing to you?
It does, but what's
Are
the
you
name
curious?
of the movie? What's the name of the movie?
Incident in a Ghostland.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you watched it.
It's crazy. It's surprise. Surprise, surprise. So, this movie was actually not bad. Okay? Because it starts out this one way, and then there's a twist, and then there's another twist, and then, like, the ending is like, whoa. Okay? So, like it said, it's this mother, and she's got two teenage daughters. So, it basically starts with them driving to... I don't think they even really say where this town is. It's just some house she inherited from her aunt. Her aunt died, whatever. So then they drive over there, and it's in the middle of nowhere. Don't know where exactly this is, but on this deserted highway, when they're driving there, there's like this truck that looks like it's an ice cream truck, but it's actually like a candy truck. So it's not ice cream; it sells candy. So it pulls up alongside them, and there's like this weird confrontation kind of thing where they're trying to wave, and then one of the daughters flips them off, and it's just kind of weird. So then the candy truck keeps driving, right? So okay, but you know that that's like an ominous fucking thing. So they're like not paying attention, but then the truck drives away. And the one daughter, Beth, or Elizabeth, Beth, whatever, and then there's another daughter, Vera. So Elizabeth wants to be a horror story writer like Lovecraft, so she likes it. So in the beginning, she's reading a story to her mom and her sister in the car when they're driving over there, and the sister doesn't really like the story that Beth writes, and it's always kind of like some contentious thing between the two, Vera and Beth, and the mom's trying to be nice and everything, and Vera thinks that the mom likes Beth more, and there's all this kind of fucking drama. So then they make it to the house, which is a fucking creepy ass motherfucking house. Why Why do you show up in the middle of the night, basically? Well, I don't know. It was dark. I don't know if it's the middle of the night, but it's dark.
It's a horror story.
And
That's why they do it.
But realistically, the thing that I like with some of the really good horror stories is that some of the stuff is kind of realistic to where, well, okay, it just took us, it was a long drive and we just did it. Or, oh, we're not going to show up in the middle of the night. We want to go in the middle of the day. You know, realistic shit. Stuff can still happen in the middle of the day. You know, things can still happen. But this is like dark already. So they're unloading the car. They go into the house. The aunt's house is super creepy. She's got like 5 billion dolls in there, like little dolls. Some of them look creepy. Some of them look new, you know, they're just all fucking weird. The whole house has weird shit. It's got random, like, animal skulls. And I don't really know what this aunt was into, but they never really talk about it. It's just, it was a fucking creepy house, right? So apparently, in this area, there have been some murders, right? And so the story is that these murderers they'll go to the house, they'll kill the parents, and they'll keep like the daughter alive for a while and do bad things. And they have not caught these people yet. Okay, so knowing this, or maybe they were unaware, they leave their front door open. They're walking in and out. It's like when you get to this new house that you've never been to before, it's dark. You unload the car tomorrow, right? In the day, you lock everything up. You're in the house. So it's kind
of like old people leaving their doors unlocked.
Well, yes.
Yeah,
I mean, realistically, come on. This was in 2018. Well, this is when the movie was made. I don't know. I'm assuming this is kind of the year when.
Is it real? Is it a real story?
No, it's not a real story. If it was,
I'm giving it 3 beers right out of the gate because it ain't a real story.
Well, it's not a real story, but okay, when all this shit's happening, and then you see this. Can I just say it? Okay, I'm just gonna say the candy truck drives up, and it must have followed them somehow because they obviously found them in this random, in the middle of the field kind of house. They found them there. This girl, they leave their front door open. They're arguing back and forth. They're bringing in boxes and all that. And it's like they're oblivious to things that could be happening. Right. Danger. They've never been there before.
Right.
This is a new house. You don't know. And there's already weird shit going on in the house.
And what's the name of the movie?
Incident in a Ghostland.
What year?
2018.
Oh, so it's fairly new.
It's fairly new.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 years old.
So they still can't scare the shit out of this fairly new stuff.
No, but I'm going to say that this was pretty well done.
Right.
And it did have, well, I mean, it didn't really scare me. Of course, it didn't really scare me, but it was well done as far as like the story. Had some twists, like I say, some twists and turns that you're not really sure what's going on in the beginning.
Right.
So, okay, so then stuff happens. So these murderers, I'm just going to say it because this is basically, even in the description, it says that the murderers come in, right?
Right.
So you see the daughters trying to hide, and then there's this one really big, scary looking dude that's kind of like not all there mentally. And then there's another.
Hey, I know a guy like that.
And then there's another.
He lives on the beach.
Yeah.
On the coast.
Then there's another scary, like, thin person that's kind of helping that person, right. Helping the other dude.
Right.
So, so they get in there, and then the mother tries to fight them off and try to let the daughter leave, and then they get trapped somewhere and whatever. So then it jumps ahead to what looks like maybe 16 years later, I think is what it said, just in the future. And it goes to Beth. So then Beth is this very popular horror writer. She sold a bunch of books. She's very popular. And husband, son, living this great life, right? So then she gets this phone call. But she's still having nightmares. Right. And like weird, like PTSD from this whole encounter because they attacked the sister.
And see, that's the thing when I watch a scary movie or something, and it doesn't scare me at that point, but in the middle of the night when I'm sleeping, I start dreaming about all that bullshit, and I wake the fuck up, and the cat's staring at me.
Yeah, exactly. We're all staring at you like, what?
What the hell are you doing?
So then, so she was having nightmares too, and all this, but she has this great life, whatever. So then she gets this phone call, and it's from her sister, but you can't, like, the phone's kind of breaking up and whatever.
Right.
So she tells the husband that, okay, well, I got to go see my sister. He's all, well, why are you going to go back? And supposedly, like, the mom and the sister are still living in this house where all the shit happened, right?
Right.
So it's like, why do you want to be there anyways after all that shit happened? Because they accosted the daughter, the other one, not Beth, but Vera got fucking messed up and shit. And so the mom. So anyway, so then Beth goes over there, but then things start to happen, and then there's like a twist that I don't want to say because I honestly feel like people should watch this movie because it is a very interesting movie. It's not based on a true story, okay? But there's some really weird mindfuck stuff that's going on, and I was thinking it was going to be like a ghost type thing. It's not a ghost thing. It's like different. So I'm really trying not to give a spoiler. I really want to just say what it is.
So, but don't do it. Don't do it because people need to watch it.
Because this is a good movie, and I do recommend people watching this movie.
How many beers we got, AC?
I still can't bring myself to get close to Autopsy of Jane Doe. But this is still a very good movie.
Yeah.
So I'm giving it 3.5.
What?
I'm giving it 3.5.
You have not given a movie 3.5 for...
I know, maybe I should give it a 4, but I'm
6 months.
I'm kind of hesitant to give it a full-on 4. But
damn,
I really feel like people should watch this movie.
Watch it, yeah. You don't want to give it away.
I really don't want to because I liked it because it was like, I thought it was going to go one way and then something else came up and I was like, oh, because it could go like 2 ways, right?
Right.
And it went the other way and I thought it was going to go this way, it went that way. So it was a good movie. I really liked it, but
so
there
3.5.
3.5, but there is gore in it. I'm gonna say there is some sexual stuff that's not, rape and that kind of stuff. So that's not that great.
Yeah.
No. So just be warned that there is that kind of stuff in it.
Yeah.
But all in all, it was very good. I actually did like it a lot. So I will say this one thing about the big dude.
Yeah.
One of the big guy is that he likes playing with dolls. So I'm going to say that. And then when you think about how they've kept some of the daughters alive, you can have make them look like a doll. I mean, let your imagination go. So it is crazy.
Yeah.
It is crazy. And if you were to watch this movie, you'd be like, that is fucking, it would be like on one of those murder shows, like on, ID,
oh, really?
If it really happened,
yeah.
It's crazy.
So, name of the movie
is Incident in a Ghostland. 3.5 out of 5. I can't bring myself to do 4 yet, but I still recommend the movie. I think people should watch it.
Hey, this is Big Dog
and AC
from the Bigdog and AC Show podcast.
If you want to see what we're up to, you should really follow our social media. Search for the Bigdog and AC Show on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok.
Join the podcast now. Warning, explicit content.
I just want to say Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year. Happy Hanukkah. All of it together.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Everybody.
To everybody who's listening. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening.
It's been like a year and a half.
Yeah.
We reached 1,000 downloads.
Wow.
A little bit ago.
Fucking crazy, man. 1,000 people actually listen to our ass. Fuck. That's. Thank
you if you're still listening from day one. We appreciate you so much.
We appreciate Barcidia stepping up and sponsoring the beer on the show.
Yep.
We appreciate your folks, my family, everybody
who's helped us. Snacks, man. Everything.
Where would this show be without snacks?
It'd be a lot. It'd be a lot quieter.
Yes,
that's
it would.
For sure.
Yeah. Man, it'd be awesome.
But we thank everybody who's been part of the show.
Yes.
Everyone who's still listening. This is not us signing off. This is just a year in the review.
Yes.
Year in review.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We're also going to do a Patreon. We're going to kind of step off of what we do all the time. Do something a little different.
Yep.
Maybe a little darker. Maybe a little... Just, we're going to do a Patreon, and you can see, its opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one.
Yes.
That's what we're going to do. So,
We're going to do that, and probably some behind the scenes stuff. We're going to do something that makes it worth people joining us,
yeah,
on Patreon.
That's coming next year.
Yes.
Happy
working
New
on
Year.
that.
Thank you for listening. And we're actually going to donate this. We have a swear jar, and your niece gave me that thing to hold the money.
Yes.
And we've been filling that thing up for over a year now. We have to donate it. And AC wants to do, TTAC wants to do,
we're gonna do animal shelter.
Animal shelters, yeah.
So, so we're probably gonna do Valley Animal Center in Fresno.
Yes.
That's where we got Rock and Roll Kitty.
Rock and
But then
Roll Kitty.
we're also gonna do something up here, and I believe Safe Haven is a no-kill shelter.
Yeah.
Up here in Oregon. So
we're gonna help.
we'll probably split it between those two.
Yeah.
So if anybody wants to donate to them, and also if you're new to the show, we really don't talk about it anymore. But the little ching-a-ling at the end, that's us putting money in the jar that we don't really talk about.
AC cusses a lot, so we just started throwing money in that in the beginning. So
that's basically it. And we don't talk about that much anymore. But that's what it is.
That's what it is.
It's pretty full. So we're gonna donate it between those two charities.
Yeah.
For the end of the year.
Yeah.
So and for worthy cause. So please donate to your animal shelter.
Yeah.
Adopt, don't shop.
I mean, if you really take a good look at that picture of, animals that are in a shelter, they need our help. That's it.
They do.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, please help with them.
Yes.
And then that's a downer. But anyways,
What do you mean it's a downer?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Big Dog AC Show.
Woo, talk to you next year.